Hello, welcome to One Africa Mission with your brother Dobia Anzansi. Please, if you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One Africa Mission, and also follow us on Facebook, One Africa Mission. We are missionaries, and our mission is to fight for a united Africa. Our mission is to fight for the unification of Africa. That will end up bringing an end to the dehumanization of the African race, the disrespect that the African people are going through all over the world. Wherever you found yourself, as long as you are a black man, you are an African. As long as you are an African, you have no dignity in the eyes of everybody, from the Arabians, from the Arabs to the Chinese, the Japanese, the Europeans, the Americans. Everywhere you go as an African or as a black man, you are being disrespected, dehumanized everywhere. So in order for us to bring an end to this, is for us to put value on the lives of the African, and also and in order for us to do that is for us to unite Africa. If Africa is united, I can guarantee you within a decade, the children of Africa will be uplifted from the bottom to the top, because we have what it takes. From the Caribbeans to Africa, we have the brains, we have the men and women who are capable of transforming the situation of Africa. The unfortunate thing is that we are using our strength, our energy, our knowledge to help build other people who doesn't even like us, than building our own selves. So please join the mission. Let us all together bring our energies together and fight for a united Africa. It is only a united Africa that can bring an end to the suffering of the black race. Not only in Africa, but in the diaspora. Because if Africa is respected, Marcus Garvey said it, we are not being disrespected because we are black people. We are being disrespected because of the condition of Africa. Because of the condition of Africa. If Africa is respected, then black people all over the world, from India, the untouchable, to the Aboriginals in Australia, all of them will be respected because Africa is respected. But as long as Africa is in this condition, no black man on this planet Earth will be respected. You can call yourself Latino, whatever, you will not be respected. You can run away, but you can never run away from yourself. So as we're talking about our people being disrespected all over the world, today, if you are walking around Britain, all the major cities in Britain, you'll be seeing billboards of Windrush generation, desperate faces, desperate and sad faces of 95-year-old who came from Barbados, 95-year-old, 75-year-old who came from Jamaica. They are putting it on billboards. There is a psychological warfare going on against the black race. It didn't start today. It started long ago. It started long ago. And it is about time we, the children of Africa, wake up to this realization that there is a psychological warfare. Because all the time they are coming out with scandals after scandals that would portray the African race or the black race as sad people, sad looking people. If not George Floyd's situation, and they will come out with something they call Black Lives Matters, and then you see on Premier League matches, before they will start a match, people are kneeling down. Why should a man be kneeling down for another man for his justice, for his freedom? As I said, there is a psychological warfare. We don't see nobody kneeling down for Chinese people. Nobody is kneeling down for Arab people. Why is it that all the time it is we? They are encouraging us to kneel down for our freedom. It is all part of the psychological warfare. So 175 years ago, as I said, after the Second World War, our ancestors our fathers who came to fight in defense of Britain, they were asked to come and help after the Nazi German destroyed the economy and destroyed the country. They were asked to come and rebuild their mother nation, Britain, mother country for black people. Oh, okay. So they came over from the Caribbeans, and some from Africa even. They came over, helped build back Britain. And 70 years down the lane, some of them were deported back to where they come from. Like, why is it that all the time they are doing these things to us, and then we are not waking up to the realization that the best place for us to build is Africa? The only place that we can build, our brother Akon has been talking about it. The only place that we can build and have freedom is Africa. Akon has been repeating and talking about this thing, and yet we are running away from Africa. Yet we are more than ready to go and build other countries. And after you have built it, they'll ask you to go back. Most of them were deported, and they even went back to Jamaica and died. After 40 years of living in Britain, after 30 years, 50 years, some of them never went back to Jamaica. And one day, they just picked them at their old ages. And this was what they were doing to us in slavery. After you walk from sunset to sundown, from Kansi in the morning till Kansi at night, 6 days in a week, and Sunday they'll take you to go and sit down and give you Bible verses that will tell you to continue to as slaves, to continue to honor your masters, and then you continue working, and after you get old, then you are dumped to go and die. That is the same thing that they did to our parents when they came here in the name of Windrush. And the sad thing also is that Jamaica, as we speak, is still under the crown of Britain. The monarch is still the head of state in Jamaica. So how can a head of state of a country, citizens, be treated like the way we were treated by the Windrush? You see, but because we don't put value on ourselves, immediately something like that happen. As I said, it's a psychological warfare. What they will do is they will come out with little money, pennies, and they will say, oh, we're going to compensate you. And immediately the black man hear compensation about money, he forgot all the disrespect that he went through, all the stress that he went through. He will forget about it as long as there's something called money come in. It is very unfortunate. We put money over our dignity as people. And because our oppressors realize that, they will always do something terrible bad to you, and at the end of the day, they will come in and say compensation. They do that in America all the time. They will shoot and kill a black person, and then you see the family of the black person will come out and start talking, and at the end of the day, they keep quiet, because money is always what we put over the dignity of ourselves. And that is exactly what is happening today. As I said, every billboard you see, they are putting desperate faces of black people. It's so like sometimes, and then you think it's gonna be the end. It is not gonna be the end. As long as this scandal is finishing, another one is coming, because it is a psychological warfare. You're gonna see. The other day, it was in the palace, in the royal house, where they organized a dinner or whatever, and then a black woman went there and they started questioning, where are you from, where are you originally from, and all that. It is all part of the psychological warfare that they are waging against black people, always making you feel sorry for yourselves, always making you feel sorry, you are not belong, and all that. But the sad thing is, when you tell our people that Africa is your home, they try to run away from I am African. They try to run away from that. I was speaking to very sad. I was speaking to an elderly sister. She's almost getting 2 years from now, or 1 year from now, she'll be retiring. A black woman whose parents also came from the same Caribbeans in the Windrush. She has been able to work hard, buy her house, finish paying her mortgage, and now she's coming to retire. And I was having a conversation with her, and I told her, my sister or my mother, do you know you can live 20 years extra in addition to your life if you move to Africa? You can live like a queen a true queen, because you are finished paying your mortgage. Do not even sell your house. Just go back to Africa with your retirement money. If you go to Africa, any part of Africa, you will live a better life, a dignified life, where you will have people who will look after you, who will save you like a queen until your last breath. And she said to me, Africa is not that good. I'm planning to move to Greece. So we are more ready to continue to be dehumanized, to be disrespected by our oppressors, than to go home and live a dignified life. That was what she said to me. She said to me, Africa, too many problems, and I'm planning to move to Greece. So from frying pan to fire. She's not ready to listen to what is Africa. She's trying to move to Greece, where she will continue to face racism, discrimination, even at her old age. Instead of to move to Africa and live a dignified life, she would rather prefer to move to another European country where she will be disrespected. What is happening? What has happened to us? But nothing is wrong with us. Something happened to us. And then we must make sure, or we must work hard to bring an end to this disrespect that our people are going through. And that is uniting Africa is the only solution to that problem. If Africa is united, Africa will be attractive to the children of Africa in the diaspora. But as long as Africa is not united and Africa is in this condition, nobody will want to be in the side of the weak. Nobody. So we cannot sometimes blame our people for not wanting to go back to Africa. But it is so sad that a continent that has produced great men and women who are using their knowledge to help build other people cannot use the same knowledge and strength to build where they will be dignified, their life will be dignified. We, this generation of Africans, must bring an end to that and bring a change, so that the knowledge of the African, the strength of the African, the resources of the African, of Africa will go a long way to benefit the citizens of Africa. I thank you very much for coming around. Until next time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One African Mission, and also follow us on Facebook, One African Mission. Let us all together bring a united Africa. Together we can do it. I thank you very much for coming around.